The cryptocurrency world has always been a roller coaster ride full of dramatic highs and sudden lows that keep investors on the edge of their seats. Every day brings new headlines, unexpected twists, and opportunities for those willing to take the risk. But what's coming next for XRP could be more explosive than anything we've seen before. The stage is set for a major shift, and all eyes are on this digital asset as it stands at the center of a brewing storm in the crypto space. Recently, Coinbase won a landmark case against the SEC, and the judge actually referenced Ripple's victory in her ruling. That's huge. This connection between the two cases signals a turning point, showing that the courts are starting to recognize the legitimacy of crypto companies and their tokens. The legal victory that Ripple scored against the SEC has set a legal precedent, and now Coinbase's win means the XRP case could be heading in a more favorable direction. This could open the floodgates for more institutional adoption and renewed investor confidence. This, my friends, is the domino effect we've been waiting for. One win leads to another, and the momentum is building fast. Combine this with the relisting of XRP on major exchanges, which is already driving up trading volumes and attracting new participants to the market. And now Tether is printing billions of USDT to buy up XRP. We're about to see massive movement. The stars are aligning for XRP, and the next chapter could be its most exciting yet. What does all of this mean for the XRP price if the relistings keep coming? If liquidity keeps flooding in, and if the institutional money starts pouring in, like we expect, we could be looking at a 5XRP in the short term, then 50, and eventually 500. No, this is not some crazy prediction. It's based on solid market trends and data. In the next 60 minutes, we'll break down the legal domino that just triggered why Tether's USDT minting is so significant, and the huge impact of XRP relistings. And yes, I'm going to give you the exact timeline of when things could really take off. Legal domino Coinbase, ruling highlights Ripple precedent. So let's start with the legal domino that's now in motion. Coinbase's victory over the SEC isn't just important for Coinbase. It's huge for XRP and the entire crypto space. The judge's ruling didn't just address Coinbase's staking program, it actually cited Ripple's victory in the ongoing SEC lawsuit. That's right. Ripple's legal success is now setting the stage for other crypto companies to fight back against the SEC. Now, for the first time in years, XRP's legal position is stronger than ever. The Ripple versus SEC case was seen as a potential game-changer for the entire crypto regulatory landscape. If Ripple wins in court, it could mean that XRP will be officially cleared of any legal liability, opening the door for greater institutional involvement. This, of course, would create a massive price surge. But here's where things get even more interesting. Coinbase's case is now being interpreted as a direct result of the legal clarity Ripple helped establish. If Ripple wins, we can expect other exchanges to start listing XRP again. Legal pressures on Ripple will ease up, and all of a sudden, XRP becomes a legitimate asset in the eyes of regulators and investors alike. Music. What does that mean for the broader market? It's a massive domino effect. When XRP is cleared of regulatory obstacles, exchanges are going to start relisting it. Institutions will jump on board, and investors will start flooding back in. Let's talk about another factor that's been, silently playing in the background. Tether. Recently, Tether printed over $2 billion worth of USDT. And guess where all that money is flowing? Straight into XRP. This isn't just a random occurrence. If you track Tether's minting patterns, you'll notice that when they print large amounts of USDT, it tends to coincide with big price moves in the crypto market, especially for XRP. Here's why this is significant. Tether has long been used by institutional investors to move large sums of money across the market. The USDT minting directly corresponds to the capital flow into XRP. This is how institutions move money without triggering the kind of market volatility you'd expect. With large trades, we're already seeing the liquidity moving into XRP exchanges like Binance and Coinbase. When Tether prints USDT, it's often a sign that major institutional players are getting ready to make their move. The inflow data is clear. There's a growing appetite for XRP, and this capital infusion is only the beginning. With more and more Tether USDT being minted, XRP could see its price explode once these large players begin to deploy their positions. And there's another key piece of data to pay attention to. The increase in on-chain activity. XRP has seen massive growth in its active addresses, which often signals that something is brewing. More transactions means more demand. And this is exactly what we're seeing right now. Let's talk about XRP relistings. Over the last few weeks, there's been a steady flow of leaks and rumors suggesting that major exchanges are finally ready to relist XRP. This is critical because exchanges like Bitstamp Gemini and Robinhood have a massive user base. And when they list an asset, it's a signal to the broader market that the asset is legitimate and valuable. Robinhood, for example, has a huge retail investor base. And if they relist XRP, millions of everyday investors will be able to purchase and trade XRP once again. Similarly, Gemini and Bitstamp are huge players in the exchange space, and their relisting of XRP could lead to a huge liquidity boost for the token. When these exchanges list XRP, they're effectively signaling that the legal waters have cleared, and XRP is ready to become a mainstream asset once more. If you've been following XRP for a while, you know the weight these exchanges carry. Their decisions can send shockwaves through the entire crypto market, influencing not just prices, but also investor sentiment and confidence. Every move they make is closely watched by traders, analysts, and enthusiasts around the world. The relistings mean XRP's price is going to skyrocket as institutional and retail investors alike rush to buy in. This surge in demand could trigger a domino effect, with more platforms and financial institutions jumping on board, further amplifying the momentum. What's exciting is that this is happening in conjunction with a major market shift, and that's why XRP is poised for an explosion. The timing couldn't be better as the broader crypto landscape is showing signs of renewed optimism and bullish sentiment. So when exactly is all of this going to take place? Timing is everything in the world of crypto, and being prepared can make all the difference. The next 72 hours are crucial. With Tether's minting, we're seeing a fresh injection of liquidity into the market, which often precedes significant price movements. The relisting of XRP on major exchanges is a clear signal that confidence is returning, and it opens the door for millions of new and returning investors to participate. And with the positive legal outcomes in the Ripple versus SEC case, regulatory uncertainty is fading, giving both institutions and individuals more reason to trust and invest in XRP. All these factors combined mean we are on the verge of a major breakout. The next 72 hours could be a turning point for XRP and the entire crypto market. XRP is already breaking out of its consolidation phase, showing signs of renewed strength and energy in the market. After months of sideways movement, we're finally witnessing a shift in sentiment as buyers step in and push prices higher. I believe the momentum will only grow from here as more investors recognize the potential for significant gains, price targets of $5, $50, and even $500. While ambitious are not out of the question, especially given the explosive moves we've seen in the past, based on what we're seeing in the market right now. With increasing volume and positive technical indicators, XRP is ready to start moving aggressively, potentially outpacing other major cryptocurrencies in the near future. I wouldn't be surprised if it hits these levels in the coming months. Just remember, these kinds of opportunities don't come around often. The last time these signals aligned so perfectly, XRP ran a 38,000% increase in just 90 days, shocking the entire crypto community and rewriting what was thought possible. And if history repeats itself or even rhymes, we could be on the verge of witnessing another extraordinary rally. This time, the move could be even bigger, fueled by greater adoption, more awareness, and a stronger foundation in the market. I'm going to leave you with something that might blow your mind. A top Goldman Sachs quant recently ran some market simulations on XRP's future, and the results, let's just say they are jaw-dropping. What he found could change everything. You thought you knew about XRP's price potential. I'll be sharing his results in the next video, so make sure you don't miss it. Thanks for watching. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe to stay updated on everything related to XRP. Trust me, this is just the beginning. You're going to want to be ahead of the curve on this one. Disclaimer. This video is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not financial advice. Please do your own research and consult with a financial advisor before making any investment decisions.